iPhones, when it comes to smart TVs that range from 32 to 55 inches. And we also have tabletop fridges as well. Franco Trading Enterprises got air conditionings that would actually last longer, all right? So make sure that you go and grab your CCTV cameras. We've got them as well. And also, we have monitor video anytime, anywhere. You can actually monitor what is happening in your house and your offices and anywhere you find yourself. An on-screen display, OSD menu, easy configuration. And also, we have 3-in-1 video audio control. All in one components that you can always get, and make sure that you're having that best of life that you always want to have in terms of technology. You know, the advancement of technology has changed a lot of things, and so you want to make sure that you're also keeping yourself to that task as well. It's very simple. All you need to do is to also walk into our offices and you're good to go. Now, please take note that you do not have to pick any Franco Trading number on Google. It's very, very important. All you have to do is to call us on 024-642-2338. That's 0246-42-2338 or 055-593-9311. Or you can download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, or you can also visit our website, which is www.francotrading.com, and you're good to go. Franco Trading Enterprise, still full fee. We love it, and I'm sure you also love it, so please do go and grab yours. Now, in the studio this morning, I don't know how many minutes we can catch up with our conversation, but we'll try and see what we can do, all right? Because we've got other segments also coming up as well. But I've got my guests in the studio, so let me introduce them quickly, and then we'll look at our very first issue. Now, Adel Ibn Sheick, Umar Ibrahim is here with us. He is part of the NDC communications team and also the in charge of operations. And we're talking about the NDC Youth Wing. Accra here, he's actually in charge and he's been doing good work already. So, Adel, good to see you.
Good to see you, KMJ. Good to see you, KMJ.
Thanks for the time. And also over here, I have Nobi, Deputy Director of Communications from the Movement for Change. And he's also a family here. He joined us today. Courage, you good?
It's always a pleasure.
Great stuff. And joining us this morning, as always, is also another family member of ours, George Kwadwo Ayisi. My brother has joined us, Director of Communications for NADMO, and also a member of the NPP. And he's just joined us this morning. George, you good?
I'm good.
Great. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for the
What
time.
I would want you to do, get some people together, blade, cut me and cut this man. You see the same colors coming.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, I get it.
Nothing.
Is it the same with you? We see the same black flow.
Elephant with a butterfly ear.
My blood.
It's fully butterfly.
I'm fully monarch. my blood shows only one color.
That's my brother.
And nothing else.
And you can see it on me.
And nothing else.
That's
It is
a unique color. No, he knows. Let's do the experiment to authenticate what I'm saying.
Okay, we'll try that.
You know what's funny? In as much as if he cuts his and cuts his, they'll see the same color.
Yeah.
They cut mine is the same color, but from a different home.
Oh, is it?
If you cut my own, red.
No.
You. Why?
You don't know what we are talking about.
Your own is blue. This is blue. Mine is green.
And mine is yellow.
Yellow. It's still blue.
Anyway, you can send your messages to us ahead of time, and we're going to read them on the show. We're streaming live on Facebook. You can also go on our WhatsApp console and drop your message over there. We'll check them out a bit later, and we'll read your messages here on the show. We've also launched our Light to Tap campaign. We're looking at street lights, and so just let us know, hashtag Light to Tap, and send to us. Let us know the area you are and if your street light is working or not. If you've got your traffic lights working or not, just let us know. Send them to us. We launched it yesterday. Throughout the month, that's what we'll be preaching. We'll be getting on the, authorities to ensure that our street lights and our traffic lights are working, all right? So, it's a very good initiative. We want you to be a part of it. So send your messages to us. Let us know which area you are and what's happening there. Now, we're going to go to our very first topic. I'm thinking that it may be the only topic we'll be able to do today. Hopefully, if we have a bit of time, we can look at the other topic that we have. But Kyeremanteng has been speaking, and he's touched on something very dear to the hearts of Ghanaians, and it's come with a lot of backlash. And he spoke about religion and spoke about leadership. Now, in his own words, he says that we want a leader who has the vision to bring hope to the hopeless. But we also want a leader who will be a servant leader to serve the people and not to lord over them. We also want a leader who has integrity. These were the words characteristics of our Lord Jesus, who today is risen. Now, prior to saying that, he actually mentioned that the country is a Christian country, and so at large, we need a Christian leader who would be there, as the leader for the kind of nation that we represent. And unfortunately, that has come with a lot of backlash. Like I said earlier, in the studio with me, we're beginning. So I may want to start with you.
Yeah.
Since this is your home. What exactly did you want to say?
Thank you very much, JMK, and greetings to your viewers this morning. I think it's very clear and simple. Honorable Kyeremanteng, a very good Christian, that matter. It was Easter, one of our most important celebrations. And we had the privilege of worshiping with Dr. Thomas Wyatt's assembly at Accra Newtown, one of the biggest Pentecost churches. So it was there that he spoke to the congregation and reiterated a few statements of facts. The first of which is that, as Christ has died and risen, there are a lot that can rise, that need to rise. And one of the things that he was calling for that needs to rise is a rise of a leadership of compassion, a leadership of love, a leadership of integrity, and a leadership that is committed to excellence, which he says is what is necessary to take us from poverty to prosperity, and presented himself as one of the candidates contesting in the elections of 2024. And so as they go on their knees to pray for leader, they should pray that a Christ-like leader is one who would emerge. They should also go out to elect not just a Christian, but a Christian who is Christ-like. So what Honorable Kyeremanteng is saying is that there are certain qualities that we find in Christ-like leadership. And it is those qualities that can elevate the society, that can bring the development that we see. It is those qualities that people must look for in who leads this country going on. I'm surprised that anybody, no matter your religious background, would have a problem with a servant leader, will have a problem with a compassionate leader, will have a problem with a leader who has integrity, and will have a problem with a leader who demonstrates love. This is what it's about. This is what Christ-likeness is about. So I was surprised when I saw the director of communication of the NPP, disingenuously cut out a very small portion of a 3 minute 48-second video, put out there, twist the language to try and call disaffection for the man. Nowhere did he say that Ghana is a Christian nation. What he said is that Ghana is predominantly Christian, and that's a statement of fact. 70% of Ghanaians are Christians, according to the 2021 census. Then he said the Church of Pentecost is one of the largest churches, in this country. And so by those numbers, they can actually contribute to the election of a Christ-like leader. I don't know why anybody who wishes this country well will have a problem with a Christ-like leader. I don't know why. So the difference here is that Honorable Kyeremanteng is not saying that to vote for me because I'm a Christian. He has given a set of attributes that he believes are attributes of a Christ-like leader, and why those attributes are important. And he's urging people to vote those attributes. I want anybody to disagree with Honorable Kyeremanteng that Ghana, as we see today, does not need a leader of integrity, does not need a servant leader, does not need a leader who has compassion, or does not need a leader who is a servant leader. I want anybody to tell me that.
The others from the Muslim are not. They are not all of the characteristics that he mentioned.
The Quran, and I'm glad my brother is here, the Quran spends a lot of very good time on Jesus Christ. The Quran. So I do not think any good Muslim will have a problem with the call for Christ-like leadership. No good Muslim will have a problem with it.
So it's okay for the Muslims to also say that, or those who are representing that community to also say that they should vote for somebody who believes in their religion?
That's not what he said. And let's differentiate that. He did not say vote for somebody who believes in Christianity. No. He put a set of attributes that these are attributes for a great leader. These are attributes for leadership that can see us transform to become the nation of prosperity that he has envisioned for this country. And he's saying that vote for one who has those attributes. It is only one who has a deficit in those attributes who will be worried by it. If my brother here goes to say that he faces the mosque, he's in Ramadan, and he says that, one of the attributes of Muhammad is that Muhammad is a very kind person, so he elects one who is kind. Why should I, a Christian, have a problem with a kind person? No, why? Is it wrong to be kind? The only reason why I'll be worried that he's saying that we should elect one who is kind is because I find that in me, or in probably the person I support, there's a deficit in that quality. So that when they put them on the same pedal and decide to assess them per those qualities, he falls short. And that's why I will be worried. Other than that, nobody, and I repeat here, nobody should be worried about the call for Christ-like leadership.
Very well. Adel.
Yeah. KMJ. Now, I've actually, this morning, I've gone through the video a couple of times, basically trying to understand the angle from which Kyeremanteng was coming from. I would like to, first of all, indicate that Muslims as Muslims have never had a problem relating with Christians or allowing themselves to serve under Christians. If you take the entirety of this country as it is, there are businesses that are being run and you have Muslims that are working under Christians. And you have businesses that Muslims are running them and you have Christians that are working under them.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the conversation that he came up with in two folds. But you see, before I go there, I would want to take you to something that happened during the time of the Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet Muhammad came to Saudi Arabia. He was preaching and calling the people to God. His own people started persecuting him. At a point in time, he decided that, look, the way things are going, if I leave my people here, there's going to be a problem. So I would want for you to migrate from Saudi Arabia and go to a place called Abyssinia. Back then, Abyssinia was, today we know Abyssinia as Ethiopia, okay? Back then, Abyssinia was being ruled by a king who was a Christian. His name is Najash. The Prophet Muhammad indicated to his people categorically that I want you to leave Saudi Arabia and go to Abyssinia. And go to Abyssinia specifically because Najash, who is the Christian ruler, is a just ruler. I'm bringing you to something. We're having a conversation. Go to Abyssinia because there's a ruler there. The ruler that is there, he's a Christian ruler. And that Christian ruler is a just ruler. So go to him. There is no Muslim under high heavens who would say that he is more intelligent than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So first off, I want us to come to the conclusion of the fact that it is never a problem in Islam to work with Christians, to live with them, to marry their wives, to eat their food, and to try as much as possible to build society. Why? Why? Because the origin of both religions comes from one person. So you have what you call the Abraham. Abraham had two wives. One was an Arab, one was an Israelite. Sarah had a son called Isaac. Hagar had a son called Ishmael. Under the descendants of Ishmael, you have the Arabs. Prophet Muhammad came from there. Under the descendants of Isaac, you have the Christians. That's where the Moses and the Davids and all of that came from. So when you go back and you trace it back to their grandfather, who is Abraham, they are half-brothers. The Arabs and the Christians were half-brothers. The only point of departure between the two of us is the fact that we say that Jesus Christ is a prophet, like Abraham was, like Moses was, like David was. That's what we say. And then the Christian says, no, he's more than just a prophet. In fact, he's not a prophet. We believe he's a son of God. This is the only point of departure. Aside this, no Muslim will tell you go and kill, no Christian will tell you go and kill. The basics are the same. So the Prophet Muhammad was comfortable telling his people, go there, because when you go there, something is going to happen. And he told them, when you get there, tell him this. And I would want to read, if you give me time. I just want us to take something. Listen. So it says, when the Muslims arrived in Abyssinia, Ja'far ibn Abu Talib, he was the one that led the congregation to he addressed the king, Najasha, saying, O king, we are plunged in the depth of ignorance and barbarism. We adored idols, we lived in immorality, we ate dead bodies, and we spoke abominations. We disregarded every feeling of humanity, and the duties of hospitality and the neighborliness were neglected. We knew no law but that of a strong, but Allah raised amongst us a man of whose birth, truthfulness, honesty, and purity we were aware. And he called to the oneness of Allah and taught us not to associate anything with Allah. He forbade us from the worship of idols, and he enjoined us to speak the truth, to be faithful to our trust, to be merciful. It went on and went on and went on. For this reason, our people have risen against us. They have persecuted us in order to make us abandon the worship of Allah and return to the worship of idols and other abominations. They have tortured and harmed us until we found no safety among them. So we have come to your country, and we hope you will protect us from the oppressors.
That's the message.
That's the message Prophet Muhammad told him to go and tell the king. Then the king said, did you come with a message? As you're coming, did you come with a message from the Quran, from Allah, for me? Then they recited to him Surah Al-Maryam. What is Surah Al-Maryam? The chapter in the Quran which is dedicated to Mary. Okay. We have a chapter in fact, there's no chapter in the Quran that is dedicated to Prophet Muhammad. But we have one chapter, one full chapter, dedicated to Mary and his son, Jesus Christ. So they read within that a verse for the king, and he was touched, and tears basically started dropping. And he said, don't worry, you come here, live here, we'll take care of you. Now, I want to take this conversation on this tone. Any Muslim, any day, me, KMJ, let's be honest, KMJ, any day, I decide that I want to contest for presidency on any day, and I find myself in the midst of my people who are the Muslims, automatically, I certainly will not go, if I'm contesting against Courage, who is a Christian, I certainly will not go to my people and go and say, I want you to vote for These are my people, so look, we may not have the majority, but look, at least give me your own. Maybe Courageous people also give me some, and then I'll end up somewhere. So there really isn't an issue here. The only place that I would have said that, okay, probably a bit too overstretched. But then the Christian-like statement took care of that. Why is that? We're looking for somebody who is trustworthy. In fact, I have indicated, KMJ, between me and you, on several platforms here, and I've indicated to you that you need people who fear God, regardless. Whether he's Muslim, whether he's Christian, for as long as the person fears God. Because it is the person who fears God who knows that, listen, I don't have to take the orphans' money and then waste it. It is the person who fears God who understands that when a party member who belongs to my political party indulges himself in something which is unacceptable, which we all know that the resources that has been given to us is for the state, it is for a person who believes in God to catch that person and prosecute him and make sure that he's punished for what he has done. It is the person who believes in God who would understand that even though all Ghanaians cannot see what is going on, but I know the truth, and God is watching me, and for that matter, I'll be sincere to the people of Ghana. It is the person who fears God. So that Christ-like feeling, that Christ-like, there is no Muslim who would say that he wouldn't want and wish that he had some attributes of Jesus Christ, attributes of Abraham, attributes of Moses, attributes of Prophet Muhammad. It is not possible. So for me, I think that particular one is where I get the issue. But in any case, why is the MPP shouting? Why are they shouting? His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, when he had the opportunity, right, and rightly so, when he had the opportunity and he was meeting his Muslim followers, what did he say? He said, vote for me. I was selected because I am Muslim. Vote for me. I was selected because I was Muslim. I am Muslim. So vote for me. You are my people. Come, let's do this together. Before 2016 elections, what did we hear? We said, oh, let there be a Bible in the Flagstaff House and let us have a Quran at the Flagstaff House. No? Everybody continued to advocate for their own persons. By no means, by any means, at the end of the day, if we get tomorrow, any day, a Muslim who is fit to be president in this country, people know him to be honest, people know him to be sincere, people know him and people trust him and they're comfortable with him. It won't be Muslims begging and calling for someone to vote for him. It will be the Christians calling for him to be voted for. On the basis of the fact that he merits it and he can do it. Why? Within the MPP, don't they have people like the Mustafa Hamids?
Yeah.
They don't? Don't they have Muslims within the MPP who have sacrificed and worked for the party? Futa.
In fact, Honorable Boniface.
Yeah? Boniface
is one of the key members.
You understand what I'm saying? So we will continue to work together as political parties. I'm not going to condemn him 100%. I'm not going to also laud him 100%. But I'm saying that if you put it in between the line, anybody on any day, as much as we like it, whether we like it or we don't like it, Ghana is what it is. We're a family. There is no way under high heavens we're going to get Muslims and Christians stabbing knives on each other's necks. In my house, in my home, there are people who are Christians. We marry amongst across board. Muslims are marrying Christians, Christians are marrying Muslims. It goes across board. We're not going to ever get to that level. But this is everybody calling. I mean, if I have an opportunity, if today the NDC flag bearer was a Muslim, you would see me here. You understand what I'm saying? And I would call on our people and say, look, we have one. Let's give it a try. You understand what I'm saying? This is our person. Certainly there's something wrong with that. But no matter what the situation is, the measure has to be there. And we have to always be conscious of that measure. But for me, if you ask me, I'd say that no. I don't see anything wrong with this.
Okay, very well. George.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to my colleagues. And good morning to our viewers and your production crew. The MPP is not oblivious of the fact that there are some cards in any political campaigning periods people are likely to play, which includes the tribal cards, which includes the religious card, which includes other cards that will, have on the emotions of the people to be able to decide that I'm going to go with this or that. And so it's on that score that the Honorable Chief Alan Kyeremanteng decided to play one such cards. If what my Joy Online put there, I'm trying to quote him exactly, but I'll be looking for it while I was going on. He did say that we should vote for a Christian. He did say, my brother said, pair what you put on your line. He did say that. From I've been reading that. Yeah, if you help me to get it, we'll get it. It's there. You get it. And then he came with a Christ-like attributes and co. I agree. Yes, why not? Christ was a humble man, was a leader with a cause to get people to follow him, and he did succeed. So it's something that, if anybody wants to play on and take advantage of, why not? We are not oblivious of that. The characteristics that were inherent therein is a good characteristic for anybody who aspires to be in a political office, a high political office, as the president of the land, okay? A man of integrity is a matter of course, okay? Somebody who has vision, who has compassion for the poor, the hopeless, and the needy. You get that is why you aspire into the high office, to provide, resources for the people to move from their state of quagmire to a state of hope. That is what every politician aspires to do. That's why you want to occupy a political office. Maybe whether
it doesn't always become the case with some politicians who have ambitions like that.
Yes.
They've been into office.
Yes.
And it's the other way, right?
Yes, of course. Primarily, when you set out, that is the purpose, the objective of getting into a political office, to help the poor, the needy, to help the rich, to, go about their businesses. Every citizen to have hope, to be able to go about their duties, to move from state of difficulty to a state of comfort. Okay, that is what is the objective. That is how come President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo decided, let's have free SHS for the majority of the Ghanaian people, so that they can take advantage to move from their state of poverty, hopelessness, to a state of hope. Education, everybody believes, is the equator. You get it, equator in quotes, not the geographical equator. It is what can propel then presidential candidate Mahama, I forgot it, PNC, that man, the doctor, Edward Mahama, and Akufo-Addo, who was driving a Benz car on the University of Ghana campus. And Edward Mahama, who, there's a story that is well known. You get it. To have the opportunity to one day come and compete for presidency in the same country. You get it? So because he had the opportunity of getting that education, he was able to rise to that point as to the one who already had a silver spoon. You get it? In his mouth. So this is what we're talking about. So if anybody will get that opportunity and will want to even the field for every Ghanaian, we want that.
So we should address the issues and not be using religious.
No. I'm not saying. No.
So for the purposes of our viewers, what you wanted to hear.
Yes.
Let me just quote what it was.
Thank you. Because
take a look at it. Initially, I read the explanation they gave.
Yes.
But he says that
read the exact.
while addressing congregants of the Church of Pentecost, the React Assembly over the weekend, Mr. Kyeremanteng said in quotes, as a predominantly Christian nation, as Christians, it is our responsibility that we elect a Christian leader who is also Christ-like leader.
Thank you. I'm grateful. The name again, KMJ. That is it. He did emphasize. And look, I wouldn't sit
pure religious grounds.
I wouldn't sit here and pretend it's going to be irrelevant in the scheme of affairs of campaigning. The Christian factor will come in. The Islamic factor will come in. The traditional factor will come in. The religious factor is going to play a very big, part or role in this campaign. You will not be a good politician if you think you're going to take it out of the equation. It cannot be. It will be there. You get it? Anybody who wants power will want to play on the advantages. My brother Adel just said that, which is factual. The Christian constitute over 70%, right? No, I think Nobi said it. Nobi said that. You get it. And so, the others constitute the remaining about 30%, which includes the atheists, the traditional religion, and all those people, right? And so when you bring it in, what can I do to get the majority of the people to follow me? If I play on that, will it resonate with the voters? Anything that is going to resonate, we'll do that. And as NPP, some feel, okay, let's not play the religious. It brings division, tribal and whole. Some may say so. But I wouldn't sit here and pretend that because I think he's going to bring that, some people will take advantage of it. And when they get what they desire, they will then want to bring reconciliation. What's the politics of it? You get
Is it necessary? Is it a kind of...
No, I wouldn't say you take it out of the equation. No. People feel it's sour taste, but I think he's trying to take advantage. Adel said it. He was before his colleagues Christians. Okay? And so what drumbeats are you going to put before them? You get it? So that is maybe what informed his decision to speak the way he did. But I would rather, if we touch on the issues, and Nobi attempted to do that, which is the integrity, bringing hope to the hopeless, servant leadership, and all that. It's very important. It's key going into these elections. And these are attributes that are very important for people to consider to decide whether to vote for A or B or C. And I am very confident that these attributes are inherent in my candidate, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They are there. Okay? Multimedia, you did a research, which research exposed that there was a certain individual in the NDC headquarters who led a case to say Bawumia is a liar. Liar. True or false? Multimedia did that research and exposed that individual sitting at the headquarters of the NDC. Okay? So I am not taken in by these issues of somebody is a liar. Look, the man is the vice president and he's led in various aspects that is yielding dividends and results, okay? This is what we want. Let the MPP, let's go and sell. Yes, Adel is right, it's true. When we were doing the Christian-Muslim ticket, yes, we did it, right?
It's been
Northern Southern ticket, we did it, okay? And we sold it, and it resonated with the people at a point in time. It didn't start resonating immediately because we went into 2008 election, we lost. You get it? We went into 1992 with that ticket, we lost. You get it? 1996 with that ticket, we lost. Fortunately, in 2000, with the same ticket, we won. 2004, we won. 2008, 2012, we lost, though with the same ticket. Okay, our opponents were predominantly almost using Christian, and they were winning. You get it? So these are things that we should find a way of marketing our candidate, not oblivious of the fact that the Christian card will come into play. But how do we also take advantage of that Christian card? You get it? Because it's going to be a team, and in the team we have a lot of Christians therein. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign team, we have Christians in there. We have a Muslim. The argument, there are some who are saying for the first time, inshallah, when Dr. Bawumia is elected, he is the Muslim, he is the inshallah. When he is elected, yes, we make the argument that the Quran will be used to swear him into office, okay, as president of the land. It's not anything that somebody would discard. A certain extremist Christian will want to, wait a minute, you get it? So the extremists may be there.
So those are there. Playing mischief with us.
No, some amongst us disagree. They think he's beating the religious card or drums, which is not too good to some of them. But I think I've given you the basis. I would rather get an argument that will be able to either counter or play along and give us an advantage than saying it's not going to happen and it shouldn't be brought into the equation at all. It cannot be the case. It will be brought into the equation. This election, when it's, as it started, my brother Adel was very careful, and I was so happy with the way he went. That's a smart way to communicate. You get it? But what I want to ask is, when Prophet Muhammad asked the people to move to that Christian leader and co. And they went. Does it mean he wasn't still doing his crusade to get people into the Islamic fold?
Certainly not. He was still doing that.
You get it? So why would he say something, or the people were in a discomforting position and needed somebody to help? I don't understand that. Let me that clarify. One will come for a religious argument between me and him.
I know, let me clarify.
Okay. But I think once I'm here, no, let me finish. You note it. When you were speaking, I was noting.
Yeah, but you've got a few minutes.
Yes, thank you. Chief Alan is met the Pentecost Church, and he's come out with that. Some are not happy, this Christian, this thing, We would rather it wasn't, trumpeted. But this is a notice to us, MPP, that we cannot go into this election without having to deal with that. So the earlier we couch our communications around this to sell our candidate, the better it's going to be for us than to say nobody should talk about it at all. My brother Nobi with a blue, white, red colors in his blood will still, because he's got the butterfly facade, we want to push that. You get it? And so I should be in a position to say, okay, He will push that. How can I then counter it to make sense to the viewer to say that, look, my candidate is the better one? And the attributes, I think my candidate holds that far way and above his candidate.
Very well.
If you talk integrity and principles, cabinet minister for 60 years under an NPP government, you say what? You cannot stand and contest and win the NPP ticket, and you go out. That is integrity and principle. Come on.
Very well. This segment is brought to you by the kindness courtesy of Franco Trading Enterprise. We're very grateful. And Franco is telling you that if you're out there and you're looking for correct phone to use, Nokia, Samsung, iPhones, we're talking about smart TVs, tabletop fridges, and of course, air conditionings, all you need to do is to walk to Franco Trading Enterprise. We're giving you 40% discount. Now, it has never done anywhere. 40% discount, and we guarantee you. So just come through, grab one of our, television set, grab one of our air conditionings, and you would love it. You would never regret it, all right? So please make your way there. We have 32 inches, we have 55 inches, we have got all the inches that you need when it comes to smart TVs. And also we're looking at Samsung phones that you can also purchase. Now, CCTV cameras, that functions very well. Monitor video anytime and anywhere on screen, display on the OSD menu and all of that, easy configuration. And, we've got the video, audio control, all in one composite signal that can actually help you a lot, all right? So please do well and make your way to Franco Trading Enterprise and grab one for yourself. You can locate us here in Accra. We've got branches that you can walk in. Do not do any Google transaction with anybody. Make sure you call us on 024-642-2338 or 055-593-9311 and speak to us. You can also download the Franco Trading app on Google or App Store, and you can just, do your businesses from there. It's pretty simple. Visit our website, www.francotrading.com, and speak to us. Franco Trading Enterprise says, still for Papa Fie, and we love it. We love it. It's the best on the market. Make sure you go there and grab yours. All right, gentlemen, we want to move to
KMJ.
So we've got like 4 minutes to actually end. It means that we might not be able to do our next topic. Maybe we'll just wrap up.
Yeah, let's in wrapping up. Okay, let me just answer. Ayisi on the issues that he raised. So what I sought to indicate here is that the Muslim, on any day, does not have a problem being under the leadership of someone who is just, regardless of which religious background he comes from. That's my argument. My argument is that whether the person is a Christian or the leader is a Muslim or the leader, for as long as the leader is just, and that is what the Prophet has taught us, for as long as the leader is just and you can find refuge in him and he can be able to support you and he can be able to hold you up, you have no excuse by saying that you need to have a Muslim leader. So I'll give you an example. I'm Muslim. No? I'm Muslim. His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he's Muslim, right? His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama is Christian. If you ask me today, on any day, I am not going to select His Excellency Bawumia over His Excellency John Dramani Mahama only on the basis of the fact that Bawumia is a Muslim. No, certainly I'll be making a mistake. I would want to analyze and see. Assuming that when His Excellency Bawumia came to power, he came and did beyond what John Dramani Mahama did for my people.
Which is factual.
Oh, please. When you're speaking, I'm sitting here. When you're sitting, did more. I will probably think about it. Under John Dramani Mahama, who is the Christian leader? The Muslim traveled to Hajj paying 11,900 Ghana cedis to go to Hajj. Under the Muslim, you say you want the Muslims to follow. Today, Hajj is 75,000 Ghana cedis. What are you saying? We're looking for someone who knows and recognizes. Was it not Bawumia who said he was going to give the Muslim community 16, model schools for the Muslim community? Have you seen it? Are you aware His Excellency Bawumia went to Fadama here, Chief Imam's place, went to break his school that students were still inside, said he was going to rebuild that school for him. It's been 3 years. Meanwhile, he was campaigning and spending almost 80 million cedis on his campaign. So we're saying that regardless of who is leading, if the person has Muslims at heart, like the Prophet told him, look, this person, he's a just leader. So the people of Ghana and the Muslims of Ghana are looking for a just leader. If I have a Muslim brother who is a murderer, listen to this, I have a Muslim brother who is a murderer, he's a liar, he's insincere, he doesn't have integrity. Then I say, even though KMJ has integrity, he has sincerity, and KMJ will make sure that what is mine will come to me, and what is for that person who doesn't have that integrity also goes to him. I'd rather go for him because he's Muslim. But what is Islam? Islam is submission to the will of God. Anybody that practices to the extent that he is willing to succumb his will under that of the will of God, we would respect, we would follow. I will not follow John Dramani Mahama to go to church and worship with him because I don't believe that. But if John Dramani Mahama would give to the Muslim community what they deserve, I will follow him.
Okay.
Argument.
I will wrap up with you.
No, I have a bite.
Oh,
yes.
We already did.
It's the second time.
It's very brief for me. I've got 2 minutes to do this.
So it takes one.
Thank you.
That's fair.
Thank you, KMJ. I think first of all, my brother Ayisi here would have to reconcile with his comms director, who has a totally different view to what he holds. But that is their own psychic dissonance to resolve.
Well.
But Ghana is faced with many challenges, very, very serious challenges. Corruption is eating up the country. It's a canker that is seeking to destroy our very fabric. Moral decadence in public leadership. It's a major problem that Ghana is facing. In fact, Ghana presently is facing the threat of this LGBTQ agenda. And I tell you, it is only a Christ-like leader who would have the temerity to say that no to corruption, no to LGBTQ, no to dishonesty in public service, and yes to development, yes to sound policies that moves people from poverty to prosperity, yes to leadership of integrity that sets example and sets a high benchmark for the rest of the team. All of this, which is lacking in Ghana, unfortunately, presently, under the NPP, it is lacking in Ghana, means that we need nothing short of a Christ-like leader, one who will serve in humility, one who will serve the people in humility and not lord over them. So, the Honorable Kyeremanteng's call for a Christ-like leader is a call that all well-meaning Ghanaians, whether Christian, Muslim, traditionalists, embrace. Only a people who lack these qualities, these attributes, will have a challenge with the call for a Christ-like leadership. And to that extent, viewers, I present to you Alan John Kwadwo Kyeremanteng, incorruptible, never been corrupt, will never be corrupt, as an honest leader, a leader with integrity who has a plan for the development of this country to move us from poverty to prosperity.
KMJ, I think it's fair I take my 1 minute then.
No, but it has to be 1 minute for me. I'm done.
On the Islamic score, under this government, dedicated students, women, medical students to Cuba, have been sent special training to become doctors in Ghana. Islamic.
You find religious
claims
and
IT experts in the Islamic community is being pushed, and their education and all under this government. There's no time, so I wouldn't. And then 2, Christ-like, yes, but did Christ betray the cause with his apostles? Did he? Did he betray?
There's a sense of betrayal here.
Come on. You are in a team cabinet member for God knows how many years. You say you're a man of integrity, and there's the principles, laws governing the cause.
I think it is only fair that
and then you say, I should trust this person.
One incident.
A man who cannot go by the tenets and dictates of his team that he belongs to.
Of course, he cannot continue.
He has
He can't continue.
If you say the team is corrupt,
Okay?
Yes.
Why were you in it for all these years?
Because he was not.
You
He was
claim
okay.
he was corrupt.
KMG,
You
at this-
claim the team is
at this-
corrupt.
at this
I
point-
don't agree it's corrupt.
at this
You
point,
get it? So
I am an
please,
umbrella.
Let's move.
And this one is an elephant with a butterfly wing.
The process to
I
go. I
truly have
cannot trust
discomfort.
Alan Kyeremanteng. I cannot trust him. You
don't trust
and
him?
he's in to just do the sport. But it ain't gonna happen.
You have
It ain't gonna happen.
you have a problem with Christ-likeness.
That'll be all.
No, we don't have. But I don't trust Alan Kyeremanteng. What's Christ like about him? To betray the cause?
He has integrity.
He's Judas. He's
has integrity.
Judas.
Your candidate
He's
doesn't have.
Judas.
Have your conversation with this
Alan
one.
Kyeremanteng
Unfortunately,
is Judas.
we didn't have enough time to do this, and I would like to sincerely say a big thank you to you guys for the time this morning. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to do this, but you guys made it happen. But anyway, and let's say a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise, and well. This day and age, a lot of things are happening. You need quality stuff. And when you talk about quality stuff, and I'm talking about phone accessories, the only place you can get them is Franco Trading Enterprise. Don't buy accessories that you want to use to charge your phone, and when it's raining and there's thunder, it strikes and it dismantles everything. You don't want that because it's not original. And Franco Trading Enterprise is giving you the original. So do well and grab all your phone accessories from Franco Trading Enterprise, and avoid all of these issues that comes with technical problems and all of that. If you want a smart TV, is the place you want to go. If you want a Samsung phone, Nokia. If you want iPhones, we've got them in all model, in all sizes. Just come through. If you need an air condition, that's the place you can get the quality air condition that you need for your work. Call us on 0246 422-338, or you can also call 055-593-9311 and speak to us. You can go on the Franco Trading app, download it on Google Play Store, and you can have it over there. Visit our website, www.francotrading.com, and grab all of these for a very affordable price. Now, Franco Trading Enterprise says still from Papa Fie. News flash segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, and we're grateful. Let me say a big thank you to Adel, a big thank you to Courage for coming through, and a big thank you to my brother Kwadwo for coming through as well. Hopefully, we're back again next week. Guys, that's all for News Flash this morning. My name is KMJ. There's still more coming up, and you want to make time for what's trending? Sid is standing by for that. Rosalind Felly's got a conversation on creative addictions, and my brother Nathaniel has got an extensive conversation on sports. Ayisi will be coming through this morning, the man who won the gold medalist for boxing as they just ended 13th African Games. Will be joining Nathaniel out for an exclusive interview. These and more coming up right here on the show. Please do stay.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise.